Chosen ones. Pause for a moment and listen. This message wasn't stumbled upon by chance. It didn't find you because of curiosity or timing alone. Heaven has been orchestrating this exact moment for you, aligning circumstances, stirring your intuition, and opening a space in your heart where truth could land. You've walked through seasons of quiet pain, spiritual confusion, and unseen battles that no one acknowledged. You've carried burdens too heavy to explain, fought fights too silent to announce, and kept faith alive even when the world whispered you were alone. And now, chosen one, that endurance has summoned this very word to you. There are three things in your life, hidden, sacred, and extraordinarily powerful, that if left unguarded, could shift your path in ways you are not yet prepared for. They are not mistakes. They are not random challenges. They are divine instruments of your purpose. And chosen one, before we go deeper, pause for a moment, hit subscribe and comment, "I receive," if your spirit is already responding. Because this message is about to speak directly to you. Guarding these things is not just advice. It is a spiritual mandate, a whispered instruction from heaven itself, delivered personally for your destiny. Have you felt recently that certain blessings or insights in your life carry weight beyond explanation? That some doors open silently, some opportunities arrive quietly, and some people cross your path with timing too precise to be accidental? Those are the signals of divine orchestration. The very elements you are about to learn to guard are connected to your future calling. They are the keys that maintain alignment between your efforts, your spirit, and God's plan. Exposure, neglect, or misuse of them could divert your journey, dim your light, or compromise your purpose. Tonight, chosen one, the veil is lifting. You are being invited to step into sacred awareness, to recognize the invisible forces moving around you, and to actively protect what is entrusted to you. This is not fear. It is preparation. This is not limitation. It is elevation. By the end of this message, you will see clearly why guarding these three things is essential, how God has positioned them for your life, and why your attention and vigilance now will determine how fully your blessings and calling manifest. So stay present. Feel the weight of this word. Let the rhythm of divine timing sink into your soul. The message you are about to receive was not meant for everyone. It was meant for you. And as it unfolds, you will understand that this is not coincidence, but a prophetic alignment, a personal call, and a heavenly instruction delivered at precisely the right moment in your life. The hidden truths you're about to discover will illuminate your path, protect your destiny, and anchor your calling like never before. Chosen one, are you ready to see what heaven has been warning you to guard? Chosen one, lean in, because what I'm about to share is not ordinary guidance. It's a divine revelation tailored for your spirit. Not everything in your life is meant to be displayed, shared, or celebrated publicly. There are blessings that carry a sacred energy, vibrations so precise that even a whisper in the wrong direction can diminish their potency. These are not mere opportunities, victories, or relationships. They are spiritual instruments, carefully placed on your path by heaven itself, and they require protection, silence, and reverence. If exposed too soon, too loudly, or to the wrong people, their divine momentum can be diluted, redirected, or even blocked entirely. Ask yourself now, have you ever noticed that certain wins or moments in your life lose their magic when shared too quickly? That excitement fades faster, that the energy changes, or that the timing feels off? That is no coincidence. Chosen one, God intentionally weaves some blessings in secrecy, allowing them to grow and mature in alignment with your destiny. The very act of revealing them prematurely can invite distraction, envy, or interference from forces that would seek to derail what has been divinely assigned to you. These sacred blessings are different from ordinary accomplishments. They carry the power to shift your path, amplify your calling, and transform not just your life, but the lives of others you are meant to impact. That's why guarding them is not optional. It is essential. Protection doesn't always look dramatic. Often it is quiet, subtle, and invisible, like a shield wrapping itself around the core of your purpose. Silence becomes a spiritual strategy. Discretion becomes an act of faith. Every moment you keep these blessings safe, You are allowing them to fully mature, to align perfectly with your spiritual timing, and to manifest at their highest potential. Think of it this way. Some seeds cannot survive being uprooted before they are ready. If they are exposed too soon, their roots cannot deepen, and their fruit will never reach its intended flavor. Likewise, your blessings require time, care, and protection to reach their divine perfection. You may feel impatient. You may wonder why certain victories or relationships cannot be celebrated yet. But every pause, every quiet step, every act of guarded stewardship is actually a sign of divine orchestration. God is not hiding these blessings from you. He is protecting them for you. Chosen one, recognize this now. Keeping sacred things hidden is not secrecy born of fear or mistrust. It is wisdom born of alignment. It is discipline in service of destiny. By protecting the invisible power within your opportunities, your relationships, and your victories, you are ensuring that when the time comes, they will erupt in full glory, free from dilution, interference, or misalignment. So pause and reflect. Which blessings in your life carry a quiet power that must remain unseen for now? Which victories are too sacred to broadcast? Which relationships are carefully woven into your future calling? The answer is your spiritual compass. Guard them intentionally, protect them reverently, and trust that heaven is orchestrating their revelation at the perfect time. What remains hidden today will shine brighter tomorrow, unchallenged, untarnished, and unstoppable. Chosen one, now we step into a space where caution is not fear, but spiritual strategy. There is a truth you must understand. Sharing your blessings, plans, or victories too soon can attract obstacles that are invisible to the human eye. Timing is everything in the unfolding of your destiny. The universe, God, and unseen forces all operate on divine timing. And when you disrupt that timing by broadcasting what is not yet ready, you unintentionally expose your life to interference. These forces, sometimes subtle, sometimes overt, can slow down, divert, or even completely halt what God is meticulously building for you. It's not about secrecy for secrecy's sake. It's about stewardship over what has been entrusted to your spirit. Have you ever noticed that the more you talk about a plan or a dream prematurely, the more resistance seems to appear? Perhaps doors close unexpectedly. Maybe conversations change, or the flow that once seemed natural begins to falter. That is no coincidence. The act of revealing too soon creates openings, vulnerabilities that unseen forces, whether spiritual distractions, negative energy from others, or even your own doubts, can exploit. Chosen one, God places certain blessings in your life with precise intention. They require your attention, focus, and protective stewardship. The moment you allow them to be misdirected through careless sharing or exposure, you give energy away that belongs to your future calling. This is why guarding your life is essential. Not every victory should be announced. Not every plan should be visible. Not every step should be tracked or scrutinized by the world. Protection in this context is an act of faith, an acknowledgement that what God has built in your life is sacred and powerful. By choosing discretion, you prevent misdirection and misuse of your energy. You preserve the momentum of what is meant to flourish, allowing divine timing to remain intact. Ask yourself this: have you ever celebrated something too early, only to see it falter? Have you shared a vision before it was complete, only to experience unexpected challenges or delays? That is the lesson of invisible forces at work. They are neither punishments nor mistakes. They are consequences of revealing what is not yet ready for the world to witness. God does not want your light dimmed. He does not want your path blocked. He wants your blessings to reach their full potency, unhindered, untainted, and fully aligned with your purpose. Chosen one, understand this deeply. Guarding what is sacred in your life is not about hiding from the world. It is about shielding your destiny, honoring your calling, and maintaining the purity of the energy that fuels your journey. Each step of discretion strengthens your foundation. Each act of protection preserves your trajectory. Each moment of silence allows God's timing to orchestrate the revelation of what is truly meant to manifest. Now, as we step into the next truth, know this: the invisible consequences of exposure are real, but the rewards of restraint are extraordinary. The blessings you guard now will emerge with unstoppable force, clarity, and precision, and nothing, not circumstance, not distraction, not human interference, will be able to misalign what God has designed for you. Stay with this truth. Chosen one, your vigilance today is the armor that ensures your victories, your calling, and your life remain unshakable. The invisible forces may be watching, but so is God, and He has already prepared protection beyond what your eyes can see. Chosen one, now we step into a realm that few ever pause to consider: the invisible consequences of revealing your plans, victories, or blessings before the time is right. What you share carries energy far beyond words. Every intention, every revelation, every public step you take sends ripples into the unseen world. And those ripples can be received in ways you may never notice, by people, by circumstances, and even by spiritual forces that operate quietly but powerfully around you. God is alerting you now because your life, calling, and destiny are too precious to be exposed to unnecessary interference. Even people you trust, family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, may unintentionally create obstacles simply by reacting in ways you cannot predict. Words of advice, attention, or even encouragement, when given too soon, can become seeds of doubt, fear, or envy. A single comment meant to help can redirect energy away from your purpose. A well-intentioned suggestion can create hesitation in your heart or ignite insecurity you never had before. The most sacred parts of your journey, the victories that were carefully cultivated, the plans that are divinely aligned, are not meant for public dissection. Every untimely conversation is a doorway for disruption, and God warns you so that your trajectory remains untouched by these hidden risks. Ask yourself this: have you ever noticed that the more you explain your dreams, the more resistance arises? That obstacles seem to appear out of nowhere after you shared a plan or a victory prematurely? Those are not coincidences. That is the invisible world responding to the energy you are sending. Jealousy, skepticism, and even subtle spiritual interference can latch onto unguarded blessings, reshaping what should have manifested smoothly. What you thought was harmless sharing can, without warning, redirect momentum, dilute energy, or delay the fulfillment of God's perfect timing for your life. The invisible consequences are real because the spiritual dimension interacts constantly with the physical. Blessings are energetic. They carry life, purpose, and potential. When exposed too early, they attract reactions and energies that can't be seen but can still be felt. Opportunities that were supposed to align effortlessly become strained. Relationships meant to support your growth feel heavier. Doors that once opened easily begin to close inexplicably. And you may feel confused, frustrated, or even betrayed, not because you made a mistake, but because timing and discretion were essential. Chosen one, this is why silence is sacred. Guarding your victories is not fear. Guarding your plans is not pride. It is a spiritual strategy. It is the discipline of protecting what God has entrusted to you until the appointed time. Every unguarded word is an invitation to interference. Every quiet step is a shield. God's warning is not to restrict your life. It is to preserve it. It is to ensure that when your time comes, your blessings arrive fully formed, unchallenged, and aligned perfectly with your calling. So reflect deeply now. What parts of your journey carry sacred energy that must remain unseen? Which victories are too powerful to broadcast? Which plans are too delicate to share? Guard them intentionally, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Protect the invisible threads that connect your present efforts to your divine destiny. Because when the time comes for revelation, what emerges will be unstoppable, untarnished, and unstoppable in its power. Chosen one, remember this: God is not punishing your openness. He is orchestrating protection over your future. Your vigilance today preserves your calling tomorrow. And what you guard now will blossom in ways that the world cannot touch, measure, or interrupt. Chosen one, pay close attention, because what you're about to hear is the language of heaven speaking directly to your life. There are signs all around you, quiet, subtle, and sometimes confusing, that reveal God's hand at work, guarding the sacred areas of your existence. Closed doors you didn't expect, sudden delays that felt frustrating, opportunities that vanished without explanation. These are not mistakes, coincidences, or failures. They are divine signals. Each interruption, each obstacle, each shift in timing is carefully orchestrated by God to protect what is precious, preserve what is powerful, and ensure that your calling unfolds exactly as it was meant to. Have you ever wondered why some doors close just when you feel ready to step through? Or why certain plans stall even when everything seems aligned? That frustration, that confusion is not an accident. Chosen one, God is actively intervening in your life at precisely the moments when human perception fails. While your mind interprets delay as disappointment, your spirit is witnessing divine preservation. What feels like a roadblock is actually a shield. What feels like rejection is actually protection. God is ensuring that nothing in your life is misaligned, misused, or exposed before its perfect timing. These divine signs are your spiritual compass. They speak to the unseen energies surrounding your blessings, relationships, and opportunities. Sudden changes, unexpected pauses, and unexplained circumstances are not failures. They are evidence that God is examining outcomes, steering your path, and blocking forces that could interfere with your growth or diminish your impact. Every closed door is a hidden victory, every delay a quiet miracle. God is preventing exposure to risks you cannot yet perceive and is preserving your energy, your focus, and your purpose. Ask yourself, how often have moments of disruption felt like frustration at the time, only to later reveal themselves as pivotal turning points in your journey? Those were the moments of divine protection. Heaven moves silently without alarm so that your life is preserved without fear. These interventions ensure that when your blessings are fully revealed, they arrive intact, untouched, and aligned with your destiny. Chosen one, recognize the sacred rhythm in your life. Every delay, every closed door, every sudden redirection is God's fingerprint. It is His signal that He is actively guarding your sacred blessings, your sacred plans, and your sacred relationships. Understanding this transforms frustration into faith, confusion into clarity, and anxiety into trust. So when you encounter delays or unexplained changes, do not despair. Instead, pause, reflect, and recognize the divine hand at work. These moments are not setbacks. They are evidence that God is preserving your path, shielding your calling, and preparing the ground for your blessings to manifest in ways that human eyes cannot yet see. Your life is being protected, chosen one. Every sacred area of your journey is under divine care, and the signs, subtle, quiet, and sometimes frustrating, are reminders that heaven has not abandoned you, that your blessings are intact, and that your purpose will unfold exactly as God intended. Chosen one, now we arrive at the heart of why this message matters, why every delay, every pause, and every closed door in your life has been purposeful. Guarding the sacred areas of your existence is not merely an act of discretion, it is an act of destiny preservation. Every blessing, every plan, every victory that God has entrusted to you is like a seed, planted with precision, nurtured with care, in time for a perfect harvest. When you protect these things from premature exposure, distraction, or interference, you allow your life to unfold according to divine timing, without distortion, dilution, or delay. Ask yourself this: how often have external forces, opinions, envy, or even well-meaning advice slowed your progress or caused confusion? Those forces, though invisible to many, are very real. The energy you release into the world shapes the environment around you. When your sacred victories, plans, or relationships are unguarded, they invite subtle interruptions, unnoticed resistance, or spiritual misalignment. Every word you share, every connection you reveal prematurely can shift momentum away from your destiny. Guarding what is sacred is not secrecy, it is stewardship. It is a conscious act of preserving the energy and clarity that God has entrusted to your journey. When you choose protection, your focus remains undisturbed. Your energy stays intact, no longer scattered by unnecessary attention, distraction, or judgment. Imagine your calling as a flame, small but powerful, waiting to ignite fully when the timing is right. Expose it too soon, and the flame wavers. Shield it with care, and it grows steadily, illuminated by God's precision, drawing power from divine alignment. Every quiet, intentional act of guarding is a reinforcement of your spiritual armor, allowing you to walk confidently in the path that has been carved uniquely for you. Consider this. What could happen if every sacred area in your life remained untouched by external interference until the appointed moment? Opportunities would align perfectly. Relationships would deepen authentically. Plans would unfold with grace, momentum, and clarity. Your calling would progress unhindered, and your destiny would remain intact. The interruptions you once misinterpreted as frustration or delay are, in fact, heaven's scaffolding, constructing, supporting, and preserving what must manifest without compromise. Chosen one, guarding these sacred areas does not diminish your life. It amplifies it. It ensures that when your time arrives, your blessings arrive untainted, your purpose reaches its full impact, and your calling resonates with the power and authority it was meant to carry. By protecting what is sacred, you are not simply surviving, you are allowing your destiny to thrive. You are creating the conditions for God's perfect plan to move forward without unnecessary interference, and in doing so, you are honoring the divine trust placed within you. So now reflect deeply. Which parts of your life carry this sacred energy? Which plans, victories, or relationships require your vigilance, your silence, and your intention? The act of guarding is not a burden. It is a spiritual strategy, a divine alignment that ensures your life unfolds as God intended. When you protect these areas, you are not just preserving your present, you are preserving your future. You are preserving your calling. You are preserving your destiny. And chosen one, that preservation will allow you to rise exactly at the appointed time, fully aligned with God's plan, unstoppable, unshaken, and fully prepared for the greatness that awaits. Chosen one. Now hear this carefully, because the truth of this moment is meant to settle in your spirit, not stir panic in your mind. This message is not meant to scare you. It is not a warning born of judgment, threat, or fear. What you are receiving is mercy, divine care delivered with precision, a spiritual alert designed to guide you through unseen currents and hidden dangers. God's alert is not punishment. It is protection. It is a signal that heaven is intervening on your behalf to preserve your life, your blessings, and your destiny. Have you ever felt that sudden sense of caution in your spirit, a quiet nudge that something needed attention before it became too late? That is the language of God. That is divine timing whispering to your soul. What may feel uncomfortable, urgent, or even confusing is not meant to paralyze you. It is meant to orient you. The areas of your life that need guarding, your victories, your plans, your sacred relationships, are precious, and God's mercy is ensuring they remain untouched by interference, misalignment, or distraction. When you listen now, when you act with intention, you are stepping into a rhythm that preserves what is vital. Ask yourself this: how often have you looked back on moments of delay, closed doors, or sudden change and realized they were actually blessings in disguise? The frustration you felt, the confusion, the questioning of why now, all of it was a shield placed by God to prevent harm, preserve alignment, and secure your future. Chosen one, this alert you are hearing today is part of that same mercy. It is a divine pause, a gentle but firm redirection, ensuring that what is meant for you will arrive fully intact, without compromise, and exactly on time. This is why paying attention is sacred. Guarding the precious areas of your life is not fear. It is faith in action. It is an acknowledgement that the things you carry, the victories, opportunities, and relationships entrusted to you, are not ordinary. They are infused with divine energy, and when protected carefully, they allow your calling to unfold without unnecessary obstacles. Acting now, listening now, and holding these areas sacred is how you align with the timing of heaven, how you preserve momentum, and how you honor the destiny God has prepared for you. Chosen one, understand this deeply. Mercy often feels urgent because it is. Heaven cannot wait for human understanding alone to catch up. That urgency is a reflection of God's care, not a cause for alarm. By acting in alignment with this alert, by stepping into protective intention, you are accepting God's guidance, affirming your purpose, and securing the path for blessings yet to come. So reflect. Which areas of your life need this sacred vigilance? Which blessings must remain unseen? Which plans are fragile, yet powerful, awaiting divine timing? Every step of protection you take now is mercy in action. Every act of guarding ensures that when your destiny unfolds, it does so completely, untouched and unhindered. This alert is not fear, chosen one. It is love. It is mercy. It is divine care ensuring that your life, your blessings, and your calling remain intact, aligned, and unstoppable. Heaven is moving on your behalf, and as you embrace this guidance, you step fully into the life you were always meant to live.